Okay. La, 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 la. Oh,
Is that you singing?
it is, yeah.
Ah.
Natty Ola. Yes, that's right. You're locked in to Now with Natty Ola on New Star Radio. We've got LA Gray in the building and we're going to play all of his music. So stay locked in. Here we go. On New Star Radio. What's popping right now?
Proper soulful.
New Star Radio.
Bad.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello,
Yes.
how you?
We have LA Gray in the building. A pleasure to have you, LA Gray.
Hey man, it's so nice to be in the building. New Star Radio. I'm still singing to your song.
Hey, absolute pleasure to have you in the building today and getting to hear all of your music, getting to know you a lot
Yes.
more. Yeah, pleasure.
Thank you,
Thank
Natty.
you for being here. So we're going to get straight into it.
Of course, let's go.
We're going to straight into it. Okay, so tell us a little bit about where LA Gray, the name, has come from.
Okay, LA Gray is such a beautiful name. To be honest with you, I didn't appreciate the name until my father passed away. And I had to go through a lot of transitioning at that time. And I found out that my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was taken from Sierra Leone. And he ended up in Cuba. And that's where he was a slave all his life. But then he got his freedom papers. He was one of the first in Cuba to get his freedom papers.
Okay.
And you know what? I didn't know none of this stuff until my father passed away. But my great-great-great-grandfather decided to get his freedom papers, buy a plot of land, and then he asked the guys in the community to support and grow on the plot, on the literally plot of land. They growed potatoes, bananas,
Wow.
dasheen, you name it. And it fed a village. And it made me realize that it's what you do in life that will honor what you do. And because you can, at all the trials and tribulations that you can go through being a slave and what's not, I can imagine what it was like for him. And then to work all his life, to get his freedom papers, made me realize that some of the things that I do in life I take for granted. So understanding what someone that in my own bloodline went through, it kind of makes me realize that you really have to know where you come from to know where you're going.
Love that.
Because it kind of opens you up as a man, a young man, to say, you know what, I have to stand for me. I have to stand for what I believe in, for my family too. So when my dad passed away, I got all this information. It just made me realize that I have to do what I got to do musically, spiritually, you know what I mean? And I have to connect, you know? And I'm his legacy, so I want to do the best that I can to make him feel proud, you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's me.
Love
LA
that.
Gray.
Love that. So hang on. So LA, does that stand for? What does that what does that Come on, give us a bit more. Give us a bit. Come on.
Right, well, LA, all of my brothers, right, they always been asking, what does the LA stand for? It's actually my initials, all
Okay.
right? My father and my forefathers, they're all LAs as well.
Right.
The actual name is, my first name is actually from our slave master,
Okay.
and his name was Ludlow.
Right.
And so all of my fathers, all of my bloodline basically,
Yeah.
my fathers and my great-grandfathers and so forth, they all are Ludlows, and then they all have an A in there. So I'm at Ludlow Adrian.
Okay.
My dad's a Ludlow Anthony.
Okay.
And then it goes on and
Yeah,
on and
yeah,
on
yeah.
and on. So we're all LAs.
So where's the grey come from then?
The Gray's our surname,
I love that.
right? So when I realized that we're all LAs, and there's only a slight difference. What it was for me growing up in school, being named Ludlow Adrian Gray, I used to get teased a lot in school.
I've never heard Ludlow before.
No
That's
one's
the
ever
first
heard of it.
time.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's so unusual because there's no one like me that's got that name. I've never bumped into
I've
another
never
Ludlow.
either. Original.
And this is an exclusive for New Star Radio. No one ever know. I've never told no one that live.
Really?
Yet.
Well, people are listening now. You know that,
So
don't
that's
you?
an exclusive. And like what it was, everyone always addressed me as Adrian.
Okay.
Growing up.
Right.
I never really taken on the name Ludlow
yeah.
at any stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when I was in school, I used to get in trouble a lot
Right.
because of it. Some of the kids, you know what kids are like, they were
Yeah.
all cruel, you know what I mean? They'll make fun of your name and what's
Yeah.
not. And then when it came out in school, that's my name and so forth. I got suspended probably like 4 or 5 times.
Oh dear.
I got into all kinds of altercations and what's not. But I didn't appreciate it growing up. So then it kind of made me step away from my heritage.
Yeah, I
'cause
hear
I
that.
kind of felt like, why is my parents trying
I
to
hear
set
it.
me up, you know? And then one day before my dad...
Why is my hold up. Why is my parents trying to set me up?
Yeah,
Okay.
for real.
Okay.
And like, I swear to you, for all my life, I hated the name. I swear to you, I hated it so much. I didn't address it. I wouldn't even answer you if you called me by that name. And that's how serious it was.
Yeah.
And when my dad was passing, when he was sick, my dad had cancer for 12 years.
Okay.
And he had bowel cancer. And so every 4 to 5 years, they will open him up from the front and the back to help clear out as much of the cancer as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
So in the 12 years of last year, he was like, look, I can't do it no more. It takes years for me to heal back, and then to know I got to go back in again. It's not what I want to do. And he just like, I need to explain to you a lot about where I come from, Jamaica. And my dad was an ex-policeman in Jamaica.
Okay.
So he went through like all kinds of war. My dad had gunshot wounds on his arm, on his back. So I know he's been through things. And he just looked at me and was just like, son, I want the most for you. I want you to have everything that you dream for, and like any parent would. And I said to him, no problem, Dad. But he's like, I need to tell you about your grandfathers and reason why you're here, and you're the first generation to be in the UK. And when you told me about my family line and what my grandfather was doing and all these things that was going on and happening in the community and so forth, he was just like, you really have something to live up to. And then I was like, but Dad, as much as that's nice and everything else, you know what I mean? Like I've now got to readjust my thoughts now about everything.
It's a lot.
So then he was like, all right, let me help you. Take your initials then. I said, oh, initials, okay, Dad. And he goes, what does it spell? L.A. Gray. He goes, right. Now spell your initials backwards. I was like, huh? All right, G-A-L. Gyal. You're good.
I didn't expect that, I'm not going to lie.
Neither did I. I was like, what? Hold on. G-A-L does spell gyal. All right, Dad. He's like, see, you're good. You have nothing to worry about. Right? And but the first part was L.A. Gray. I was like, I love that. I thought, that sounds nice. And he's like, that's who you are. And then anytime you have any issues or any problem, just revert it back to GAL. Just know, say you're for the gal.
Love that. Love that.
And then that was my dad in a nutshell. He always tried to put humor in something. As even when you're upset and you're down and you really want to just get into something, as a serious man he would take that minute to realize, let me make you smile. Let me make you feel good. You understand? I'll be throwing my toys out the window and he'd be like, just relax, man.
I love that. I love that. I literally feel like we've had an insight into your world there.
Oh,
beautiful. Seriously, like
Thank
a big
you.
step. Because for you to share that, it's quite deep. It's emotional. It's background for yourself, and literally you sharing that is quite a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like I know you now.
Brilliant, because my heart's on my sleeve. And the beautiful thing about it is that on this journey that I've been going on as L.A. Gray, it's helped me remove certain layers.
Yeah, yeah.
It's helped me remove certain anxiety. And when I step on the stage free.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I have no hang-ups, nothing to... Life is hang-ups, you know, you got day to day. But I mean, generally, I'm in a happy place.
Yeah.
So going through all those things, understanding all of these things, it's made me grow a certain way. I was growing in one direction. I could have followed the streets and everything else, but everyone knew where that was going to go for me.
Yeah.
But the love that I got around me, the people that support me, they really see a lot more that I didn't see in myself. And they help inspire me to take that time and develop myself and be more true to myself. And now this is where I find myself in new style radios. I'm all over the place.
Yes.
I'm singing songs here. I'm singing for these. I'm like, wow, what's going on?
Amazing.
And the phone's ringing, and they're paying me to come out, and I'm like, brilliant. And I don't have to ask. You know what I mean? Like, because
that's your calling.
My calling's here, and I feel like my journey just begun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I'm meeting new people all the time.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about it is that I embrace them all.
Yeah.
You know, and I try to give people as much information as what I know. If they ask me anything that's intimate or personal, whatever it is that they want to talk about, and I try to be as open as possible.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I've always let people know is that the information that I'm giving you is for you. If you wanna, I could lead you to the river. You know the saying. You know what I mean?
Can't make you drink the water.
I can't make you do that. But if you want to know what makes me do tick and what's not,
yeah, yeah.
This is what's making me tick. This is what makes me go forward. You know.
Love that.
And the rest is history. You know. Right now, I'm making history. So the plan is, Natty, just to carry on making people smile, feel great, whatever I can do to change lives. You know.
Well, I love the way you shared an insight in your name, because I can relate to that completely, because I'm actually an artist as well. I'm a singer.
Aye.
And I've had to step into my own to own who I am. And my name is actually Natty Ola Adideo Ajibade.
Ajibade, I like it.
Ajibade. Don't tell me. My name is Ajibade.
Yeah, I love it.
But obviously growing up...
Yes, you had the same problems.
Adideo Ola Aji... Oh. You know what I mean?
You got in trouble like me, yeah?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I own it. My name is Natty Ola.
Yeah.
I'm owning it because I am where I'm from. And that is it.
Yeah.
And if you can't be yourself,
right.
Who are you gonna be?
Right. So you imagine that once I found out all of this, and then my dad passing.
Yeah.
And then finding more information, I was just like, I'm owning this. Like I couldn't care less if you wanna make out of it or not. I don't care if you wanna meme it, whatever. You know.
This is me.
This is me. This is my father, my grandfathers.
Yeah.
You know, these are the people that lay down their lives to make, and then look where they've created me. I'm through that bloodline. So you can stand there and make up as much fun as you like about it, but to me, it doesn't matter.
I love that. So I went in straight away, didn't I? And realistically, what we need to do is we should have broke the ice first. Okay. Normally what we do is we play a little game. But I went straight in and you gave me so much information. I'm like, yeah. But we are still going to play the game.
Cool,
so,
let's go. Let's do it.
You know, at New Style Radio, we like to have a little bit of fun. So the game that we play is 2 truths and 1 lie. And by the end of the show, we are going to know you a lot more because we're going to get to know each other, and then we're going to take a guess to find out which one is the lie.
Okay, brilliant.
So, if you can tell us, LA Gray, 2 truths and 1 lie, at the end of the show, we're all going to take a guess.
All right, cool, let's do it.
Okay, so...
When do you want me to start? I'm ready now?
Go for it.
All right, cool. 2 truths. I'm going to go over 2 truths and a lie. So, I love fried chicken.
Okay.
Yeah? Right,
okay.
that's and I would say I probably can destroy a box of KFC on a good day.
Okay, okay.
I'll let nobody know that. I keep that one quiet. Another one, parking tickets.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. Like,
you're hitting my heart.
That's the one that everyone will say, okay. Anyway, but parking tickets.
Yeah.
I get loads of them.
Right.
And I keep putting different people's names on there as much as possible.
You're admitting it? Oh, is it a lie? Is it a lie?
This is the game, innit? You know what I mean? Last but not least, I like to think I'm 6'2", too tall.
Okay.
But really and truly, I'm 5'11". I hate telling people that.
Okay, but you like to think.
I like to think I'm 6'2". You know what I mean? Because you know what? And the reason why I like to think that is because everyone in my family on my dad's side are either 6'4" and above. So for some reason, I don't know where it went wrong.
Okay. Let's reel this back. Let's reel it back. So, you like fried chicken.
That's one.
Okay. You get parking tickets and put them in other people's names.
2.
And you like to think you're 6'4".
4.
Mentally.
I went higher that time. It was 2
You like to think you're 6'4".
Yes.
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 Okay. Okay, did you get that, people? So he loves LA Gray loves fried chicken. He gets parking tickets and puts them in other people's names, and he likes to think he is actually 6'4".
Correct.
At the end of the show, we are going to take a good guess at this one.
Yeah, man.
I'm already going with the parking tickets. I'm not going to lie. I know it's bad. I know. Okay, we'll hold back on this one to the end of the show. I'm actually looking forward to it.
Oh God.
Oh God. I know. Goodness. You did go into detail about 6 foot. You know, that was emotional. Okay, so we're going to play a first track of yours, and I've been listening to your music. I love your vibe.
Thank you.
I love your vibe. I do. I love your vibe. I like the album that you've just dropped, 2024.
Yes.
And
the LA Grey Experience.
I love it. I love it. I love the fact that all of your tracks sound live as well. Yep. Live band. It's got that grounded.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
It's not production based.
Nope.
You can tell.
Nope,
you can tell.
Close.
And I love it.
Aww,
it's my field,
you.
that is. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Because you listen to the detail that's actually in the track, and you appreciate good music.
Thank you.
Good
Natty,
music.
You touched my heart right there. Because on that note, I would like to big up all of the musicians that played on the whole project. We're talking about Andre Solid. We're talking about Cyrus. We're talking about Fagan. We're talking about Ivan. We're talking about Ryan. We got Madeline, and we got Alison on vocals. Then you got yours truly, LA Grey, singing.
Amazing.
And then the team behind that is so beautiful. I got Diane in my corner. I got the Duke Sparky Melody in my corner. And my team is very, very tight and connected. And we're doing great things. We're working on a new project as we speak.
Wow.
But I can't say too much about it.
Hold back. We've still got more time to talk about that.
Loads of time.
But the first track I want to play on here, I think it is... I'm thinking Her Love, but I don't think it is Her Love. And it's got an intro bit, and you're talking about your heritage.
Yes.
It's the first track on your...
Brilliant. I know which one you're going for. It's called Who Knows.
There we go. That's the one we're playing first.
Yes, brilliant.
Who Knows? Tell us a bit about that track.
That's the song after my father passed away, and I understood my heritage and so forth. It made me create that song because I'm a father myself, and it made me want to leave something in essence for my forefathers, but for my children and their legacy onwards. Because in the song, in the chorus itself, I grew up in Barbados with my grandmother for a few years.
Nice.
And she always used to say to me, who told you can't do what you want to be and do how you want to do it? Who told you that? And I used to come home from school and I'd be vexed, I can't do this, I can't do that. And she forever said, who told you can't do that? And then she'll go down and she's major with the major accent. So you know it's coming out. And I promise you, I wrote the song in aid for my forefathers, my father, but the chorus is all about my grandmother. So
Love that.
It's got a bit of everybody in there.
Okay, well, let's play this one. This is the first track from LA Grey, and it's Who Knows.
And I'm 5 generations of LA Grey.
New style.
That's right, you're locked into New Style Radio with Natty Ola, and best believe we've got LA Grey in the building.
Yeah.
Yes, we have. So the first track that we just played of yours was Who Knows?
Yeah.
And I love that vibe.
Thank you.
The way you hold that note as well. When I listened to it, I was like, hang on. you know the note, innit? I was like, woo!
That's my favourite note. That's the note that everyone gets at me for as well. And I promise you, like, when I was writing the song, that was the last piece of the song, to be honest with you.
Okay.
All the words came in, and then when I was listening back to the audio, because I got my own studio, I got my own little space, so I just sit in my house and just do my work, you know. And I was sitting back listening to it, and then I was like, there's a part in the song that I don't know what it is.
Need something.
Need something. I'm singing it, and then, you know, when you start going, oh, and then it just came out. It was just like, the music started working, and then the thing about music, what I've realized is that sometimes you have to let it be itself without troubling it, without doing too much. And sometimes you definitely have to take a back seat and just listen to it. And then it will start talking to you.
I can relate.
I know this sounds crazy, and I'm glad you can relate, because sometimes I'll talk to people and they're like, what are you talking about? And I'll be like, well, you know that moment? And they're like, no. And you're like, oh my God, am I the only person that's going through this? So I'm glad you can relate to it, because it's a process.
Yeah.
Like, you will write a song, and then some people will just, like, the music that I hear now, they'll write it, they'll put it out, put it out, whether they think about it or not. But then they don't realize that words have power. And if you start saying certain things, people live that. You understand what I'm saying to you? So then, for me, when I listen to my music, I'm like, oh, you know what? People are going to listen to this.
You're analysing it.
Right, and I don't want them to go the wrong direction because they said they heard
positive vibes,
you
good
know?
Vibrations.
Good vibrations.
Sending out good positive energies.
Every time.
Yeah, I hear it.
So it's even like my EP, I'm talking a lot of truths as well. So some of the songs are edgy in certain places because if you was to ask me what's going on, that is something that actually happened in my life. So, but I'm spinning it, I'm putting it into a different perspective so people can understand that life is a journey. And we go through things in life. And some roads we will end up on, but if you're not careful, it will end you. So some roads, while you're on that road, sometimes you have to jump off that road onto a new road.
You do.
And then a new road and a new road until you find yourself. And that's all it really is. That's life, the tricks of life, the rules of life, you know? But don't get stuck in one road and try to think and try force yourself through. I always say to people, everybody's at the door trying to get through that door. Everyone's piling up, fighting to get through that door. Got you the window. Just got you the window.
Through the chimney.
Go through the chimney.
Christmas.
You understand?
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it.
It just means that because you're narrowing yourself to options, to what you can do.
Yeah, I hear it.
You're trying to get in. There's windows. There's a back
there's
door.
Loads of options. There's different routes you can take.
Don't lock yourself down.
I hear that.
So I've always said to myself, it makes sense if you listen as much as you can and appreciate other people and their time and what's going on. So when I meet people for the first time, I listen, I try to create the bridges and what's not, and then we share information.
Love that. Yeah.
What more?
Building connections.
Yeah. Man. You know what I mean?
So as you were just saying about your song process, how you analyse music, I mean, for myself, I've been analysing my music recently quite a lot, actually, because I released an EP and all the music that I put on there, it was more freestyle vibes. Yeah. Even though it was all positive energies, I didn't really analyse it as much as I could have. Yeah. And now that I'm writing, I'm like, wow, let me think about that road. And, you know, you analyse it a bit more. So have you got any tricks to your writing process? Do you just vibes out and then just write it down after? Or do you just like actually think about what you're writing or?
I literally, Natty, I swear to you, I have pieces of paper, little notes on everything. All over the place. I swear to you, I don't know even how to put them together. Sometimes I just pick up and put that and put this one and then go with that one. Okay. And then I piece it together. Wow. Normally what happens to me is that if I hear something, I automatically have a chorus in mind and a place of where I am. So for instance, if I hear a track and I like it, it would take me to a place of whatever I'm going through or a moment that I was going through in life. Yeah. And that's my song. That's what I'm basing it on. So if I'm hear a song and it made me feel love, I'm writing about love. If I hear a track and it sounds about something that needs to be serious and to the point, I'm writing about a topic in life that affects everybody. Okay. And because remember, you know, we all walk the same life but in different journeys. You understand what I'm saying to you? But we all share this planet. We ain't going nowhere else. So the likelihood of you going through similar things as me is highly gonna happen. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right?
Real.
The world that we're living in. The only difference is that what happens to me in England wouldn't happen to people in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And that's it. And the same goes to Africa and so forth. You know, and then we've got all different walks of life, different races, different ethnic backgrounds. So, and they still go through the same things as us.
It's crazy that
They
is.
still have the same struggle as us.
It's crazy the way you said that, and you know when it makes you actually think. You've actually made me think for a minute. It's true.
Yeah.
We all do go through the same experiences, but different experiences, but the same.
It's the same.
It's a bit nuts, isn't it?
So when you listen to someone like Aberis Hammond or
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, and you listen to their lyrical content in there, and you wonder to yourself, why am I connected to that song? Why that song keeps drawing me back? Why I keep want to play in that song, even if I haven't heard it for like 5 years or 6 years.
Yeah.
But it's on the
Relatable.
it's so relatable. It's so real. You know, it affects the people. Reason why sometimes I always say it, right? Words are powerful, man. So if you use if you're using certain words in your music, you will touch certain people.
Yeah.
And you will amp up certain people's energy. You know, music is a vibration.
It is.
So imagine getting a vibration of positivity, it will lift you up and take you. If you get a negative positive vibration, it's going to take you down that road, you know? And you hear about young kids, young men, young women talking about the music that they listen to inspire them, to get them to where they want to go, you know? And then some of them don't have no avenue and they listen to the darkest music possible. You know?
I hear that.
And
I hear
then
that.
You wonder why the youths and the kids on the street corner talk alike, act alike, look at each other as enemies. It breaks my heart when a young man dressed in his hoodie and what's not, with his boys and what's not, and maybe a Chinese man or a white man will walk past and everything else, and they won't bat an eyelid on them. But as soon as they see someone that looks like them, dressed like them, whether they're white, black or Asian or whatever it is, they attack. For what reason? Nobody knows, but they go for it. And that's why kids are stabbing each other up, because they feel they own the postcodes, they feel like they own the streets, when the government owns everything. Like, you're paying taxes to these things.
It's actually like...
It's crazy.
It is an influence to the music they're listening to.
It's a lot
Obviously,
of influence.
yeah. I mean, growing up, I listened to all sorts, but I listened to a lot of Wu-Tang Clan, to be fair.
I love Wu-Tang Clan.
I do as well. Funnily, it's deep. It is deep music.
Killer,
It's deep, but at the same time, some of them have positive and some of them's quite negative.
Yeah.
And the vibrations of that is you're already in a mood. You're in that like, oh my God, people are trying to get me, they're at me, and you're defensive.
And you stay there for a long time. It's hard to come out of that moment. I remember, like you said, Wu-Tang, Tupac. I remember growing up on that music, love it. I got all the albums, I love it, yeah. And I remember like certain days when I had a bad day, I knew what music I was playing. I'd be playing the darkest music possible. When I'm happy and I'm having a great day, and I want to hear good music. I want to feel that way. But I realized that each song has a purpose.
Yeah.
No song is wrong. It's just that the content of how they want to sell it to you and shop it to you, to encourage you to do things that they don't, what you know you shouldn't be doing or whatever it is. But it's packaged in a way to incite people. So people then will pick up themselves. Malcolm X, you know, these great men, they just spoke words and had people moving. They didn't sang a word. They just spoke words. That's how powerful it is.
I hear that.
Martin Luther King, powerful words. They didn't sing a note. They just spoke from the microphone. But their conviction and what they were saying moved the nation, moved the people. So conviction in your music will move people in the direction that you want them to.
Yeah.
And sometimes we as human beings have no control over that. We don't even know it's happening.
I love that. So on that note, you growing up, as I just mentioned, I listened to all sorts growing up. What was your inspirations growing up? What was your vibe? What did you listen to?
I wasn't eclectic when it comes to music because I grew up in a church environment.
Okay.
And then I hated church so much, which is so bad to say on live radio, but I didn't know anything better. My mum would just take me to church every Sunday, and I was thinking that I wanted to go outside with my boys. I wanted to spend more time with my friends, and I didn't appreciate the teachings that I was getting in the church at the time through the Sunday schools and so forth. All I really wanted to do was be out with my boys.
Yeah.
And when I got, my mother said, when we get to the age of 15, 16, we can make our own decision. My decision was to roll out.
Yeah.
And I never looked back. And even much as I had so much great experiences in church, and I had so much family in there still, even the ones that are not blood related, they're still family to me.
Yeah.
Like I remember going to their houses on Sunday, eating dinner and being around. And as much as I wanted to be out in the world, I realized the things that was installed in me, the things that I was doing growing up, led me to, when I got to a certain age, made me appreciate want to do more of that with my own family.
I love that.
So, in a nutshell, my mum done me the biggest favor possible. At the same time, I still needed to learn the world for myself as a human being, as an individual, even though my mother was like, don't do this, don't do that. And then I got older brothers, I got friends, influencers, come with me, let's go and do that. And then you hear them laughing and giggling at how much fun they had. And am I missing out? That's all you're thinking.
Yeah.
I must be missing out because you guys are having fun. And then 9 out of 10 times I get there, I want to go home because I'm like, nah, this is not my thing. Until you find what you really like doing for yourself and what makes you tick and everything else, you can then join other groups and other parties and what's not without being influenced by other things.
Yeah.
Because you've came in with yourself, you know,
Yeah.
and you're happy with yourself and you're complete with what you're trying to achieve. So whatever goes on over there won't influence you to want to be a part of. You will get sucked in if you have no choice. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in fights. I've got a broken knuckle. You know, like man chased me down. I've been jumped. All these things. I've gone through it. I've been on the streets. You know what I mean? I grew up in Harlesden. You know, Harlesden NW10. My dad lived in Church Road before he passed away. We still got family down there. Stonebridge. These are my ends, and I know everyone in those areas. And the craziest thing about it, there's so much animosity between those communities or people, black people in particular. I have to say it because we're killing each other.
Yeah.
And I really want it to stop. Like, or if we all find someone that you can talk to get to that point where you can release whatever you're going through. You know, talk about it before you make that decision.
It's a deep one, that is, because on that point, I actually think that it's actually society who've installed that into black people, that they want to kill each other, and that's not the case.
The thing about it, the mind is young. The body is young. The energy is up. You understand? They will run riot if they. I remember Friday to Tuesday, I never slept. I will be out partying.
Yeah. Having a great time, loving it.
I didn't care. And then by Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm trying to make money to go work, and then if I couldn't find, I'm on the street. So then you end up doing things you're not so really like. Really and truly,
Catch-22.
I should have been taking my responsibility, doing a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. You know what I mean? And then come weekend, do what I have to do. Some responsibility, but I had none. All I wanted to do was be out there on the streets. So I did all the things that a young man gets dragged into at some point in life. Not every young man. This is what I have to say. Not every young man's like this, you know? But the majority. So it gets to a point where I now realize that the young men in those communities, they need some support. They need some guidance. But it's not going to just come from me. It's not going to just come from the peers. It needs to be a collective, a community feel. It needs to feel like, you know that saying, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
My dad's actually wrote a song about that, a village to raise a child, yeah.
It really is true.
It is true.
Because
it is true.
Nowadays, I see people, when they see kids act a certain way, they just look the other way.
Like certain respect's gone as well. Certain respect's gone.
And I blame myself and my generation of that. I swear to you, I'm not the one to be like, oh my God, when it's you guys. No, I blame my generation because when we should have been teaching and giving them that opportunity and supporting them. And
something went wrong there.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, it did.
But then at the same time, something went wrong with me when I was growing up. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to blame my forefathers. I'm not going to blame the next generation either. All I'm going to do is make a stand.
Yeah.
And if you stand with me, we'll go together.
Okay,
You know,
love
I'll
that.
lead you to the river. You know,
Love that. And I'm drinking the water.
Drink that water. Baptize yourself, whatever.
We're going to play some more of your music. So
Let's go.
I'm going to choose a track next. I'm going to choose Trees.
Hey.
Tell us about that track. Tell us about it.
Right, you see Trees, yeah? Trees is 2 songs in one.
Okay. Because
Alright.
when I was listening to it, I was like, I wasn't quite sure where to place myself, but I couldn't, yeah.
You see me laughing? Because everyone says the same thing, right? Trees is about 2 songs, right? 2 things, right? When you're in love with someone, you love a girl, you love with your partner. If you're a woman, you're gonna love a man, obviously, and your heart's on your sleeve. So when I writ Trees, I had a woman in my head the whole time, right? Because I just met someone.
Okay.
And she had
Emotions
me,
were high.
Yeah, she had me going off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she is. And you know when you get a new toy, you're like, you think
A
you're...
new toy?
Yeah, because we didn't last. It didn't work.
Oh
It was
my
just fun. You get me?
The batteries ran out.
The battery ran out, trust me, yeah, because I thought it was more, right? So I'll get to the point. So I writ the song, yeah, and I realized I writ the song without that chorus, right? And what happened was, when I realized the girl was no one there, I was like, what's going on here? But then I was sitting down, having a little,
Chilling,
little
vibes
chill. And then all of a sudden, I realized that I love Mary Jane just as much as the thing.
Oh, there we go. It's after 9 o'clock. It's after 9 o'clock.
So I was like, you know what? Cheese. Yo, so what it was, Cheese is 2 loves, but I've turned it into the 1 love. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
You get it now?
Let's say no more. We're going to play the track. We're going to get straight into this one. This one
Let's
is
go.
Trees by LA Gray. You was vibing so hard then. Can we just get a live? Can we get a live chorus?
I was vibing hard for real, ladies and gentlemen.
Vocals are nice, man.
Cause we was smoking on some trees. Yeah, some pounds and that can leave. It just be on for you and me. Hey, I'm on my 1s and 2s and 3s. Oh, na na na, yeah, come on. Na na na, yeah, come on. I want more. Okay, come on. I na na.
Woo!
Oh,
I love that.
Put the radio.
Love it, love it, love it. Absolutely love that. What a vibe.
Bless
Vibe.
you.
Love the raw vocals, man.
Trust me, it's real man out here. Ain't got no gimmicks, ain't got no tweaking.
There's
We sing.
no auto-tune.
No, we sing out here.
We love that. Absolutely love it. Live on New Style Radio, we've got LA Gray in the building, giving us some good vibes, good vibrations, and some really good vocals, guys. Really good vocals. Loving your tone. Loving it.
Aww.
Let's get to know you a little bit more. What's going on with you then? You've released this EP album that I was listening to, and I've been listening to all the tracks on there, and I'm feeling the vibe. Thanks. And that was you 2024. You're ending on a high. On a high,
yeah. This year's been a real beautiful one. I've been on, what can I say? Like I said, let me start, because there's so much gone on. I got to wrap it up in a nutshell. The year started off with me finishing off the recording of this EP. And putting in some work. It also led me to put on my own shows and what's not. I did my first show in Digbeth in Birmingham.
Okay, where in Digbeth was that?
The Rainbow.
Okay.
It was great. Even Shannon was there. It was great. It was
Love
like
that.
The vibe was perfect, and I don't even think Shannon knew what was happening until he got there, and then he got the LA Gray experience, and that was it. And then he hasn't stopped calling me ever since.
Literally.
So then that's why I'm on New Style Radio right now.
Love that.
It was just happening, and like the show was amazing. To be honest with you, I didn't expect the response. Even like the owner of the Rainbow, she had tears in her eyes.
Oh, I like that.
And then she was just like, "If you come back, I'll give you the venue for free." And I was like, "Don't get no better than that," you know. So. And then on top of that, she's also given me a few more venues, free of charge, because she just literally wants to see LA Gray in her vicinity, in her buildings and so forth. And she's got in contact with her friends. To be honest with you, my whole journey has been about people. I'm not signed to no one. I
Yeah,
ain't got no record
independent.
label. I'm so independent. So do you realize, I want people to realize, you, the listeners, the people that support LA Grey has carried me to this point. All I'm doing is making the music. But you guys have literally, Sandra Cross, I won an award from Sandra Cross.
Wow.
New creative artist.
That's amazing.
And I got that award about a week and a half ago. I love Sandra Cross.
Love that.
She's a legend. And then to be picked up by Sandra Cross and pushed forward, Winston Reedy, the Cimarrons, Vivian Jones, Peter Spence.
Love that.
You know what I mean? Like the
Love it.
names, the list was going on. And Uncle Leroy, I can't forget Uncle Leroy. Because what I was saying is that these guys are all artists in their own right. They've been around. I listened to their music when I was growing up. Like as a kid, I didn't really imagine myself being in the same room and them on the same stage, much less. And the way they've embraced me and pushed me on is like they said they just love the fact that I'm right in the middle. I'm the bridge between the old and the young.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I definitely think you are. I can relate to that because, you know, it's very few and far between reggae artists that can actually step into that bar and be like, okay, you're coming with good music. There's not a lot of young people, should I say, that are making reggae music. We've got Claire Angel, we've got Tassonia,
Big
my
up
girl,
Claire.
big up Claire. We've got yourself, but it's very few and far between reggae artists. So hats off to you.
Man.
I know you're saying the people are carrying you, but you are actually carrying yourself on your own vibe.
100%.
And you are bringing them with you.
100%.
They're following the vibe.
100%. Like even like realizing that that when I do my shows and I perform and people meet me for the first time and hear me for the first time, even though I feel like I've been doing it long enough, it feels great because their life just feel like I feel like I flipped their world by them meeting me, and they're like, look, I'm into your music, I'm into what you're doing, I'm coming to your shows.
Yeah.
We sold out and it was snowing outside.
I love that.
So like, and it blew my mind completely because it's like, you know, when you're on this journey, you kind of get phased sometimes when you not knowing what's gonna happen next because you're just in the moment.
That's the exciting bit, I think.
I've been enjoying that now
Yeah.
more and more.
You just don't know what door's going to open next, do you?
Before I used to be, that's the reason why I never came out as an artist, because I always was nervous about the perception of everything. And how slippery that slope is as well, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember when I first sang in public, and the way the people responded, I thought they was taking the mick, to be honest with you. Like, in my first impression, I thought...
Why would you think that?
Because I wasn't confident. And
Okay.
I was still young, and I was thinking to myself, I need to be something else. Not realising that I need to step into my light.
So on that note, I know you've been singing all your life. You can just tell it's in your bones. How long have you been taking this professionally then, seriously, as an artist?
Well, I'm going to rewind. I've always loved music. I've never taken it professionally until 2021-22 when I won Reggae Star Factor.
Love that.
Yeah.
So you are fresh.
Fresh.
You're a freshie. You're literally, you are fresh meat in the building.
Yeah,
you
man,
are.
I've been feeling like it.
It's good. It's good, man. It's good.
But
it's
I've
good.
always been in music. So I grew up, like, in my household, my dad would be playing reggae music. My mum would be playing gospel. My brother and sisters would be playing hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
So I grew up on R&B. Like,
Love that.
I love the R&B, the jagged edges, the
Jagged
Joe, the C's
Edge, old
and
school.
everything. Yeah, I'm into all of them. Like H-Town, Profile. There's so many names I can ring off the top of my head, and I just love the way they think about their music and how they articulate their music. So when I go into music, I don't go at it like, it has to be reggae, it has to be R&B. I'm presenting myself. So
I was just about to ask you that. I know your sound is reggae at the moment, but I can hear you on other genres.
Listen,
I
got
can
R&B.
hear it. I
got
can hear
R&B.
it. When you said about R&B, I was like, I can hear that. Yeah.
I got the R&B ringing in my bones. Listen, I got an R&B project, right? And I don't want to
Wow.
let nobody know about it until later on in the year.
Well, you've just told us.
And when I tell you this R&B project is so dangerous, right? I had a listening gathering.
Okay, I
probably about
love that.
a week ago.
How many people was invited?
Had around it was in the studio, so we had all the immediate people down in Willesden where we are, and to be honest with you, we had about 13 to 16 people.
That's enough.
That's more than enough, because I don't want the world in there, because it'll throw you off. But these are people that are in the music, listen to music, and they're from different walks.
I like that.
And I played. I didn't say anything. I just played one track. And then when the track
Just
was
the one
fun,
track?
No, I played one track. What do you think of that?
Okay.
And the feedback was so overwhelming.
Did you get emotional?
I don't like letting people know that. Sometimes I will cry as a man, you know.
Let it out, babes.
I was like, I had tears out my eyes, man. I was like, no way. Because you know what? I swear to God, it was a relief as well, right? At the same time, I felt like I knew myself anyway. I felt like I knew it was going to be good. I felt like all these things, I was so...
Just wanted that confirmation.
I just needed the confirmation for everyone
like
around
that.
me.
Yeah.
And these people that are around me are the ones that are going to help push me along as well. So if they're and ahhing over my thing, then I'm only going to and ah when I go to write my stuff.
Yeah.
But they've given me such a strength of, yes.
Yeah.
That's what we
I like that.
So I've put together this project.
Exciting.
Another EP.
Exciting. Right. So,
Yep.
So, there's another EP in the making, guys. There's another EP. Stay locked in, LA Grey. Stay locked in.
Trust me.
So, are you going to be releasing that next year? Is that going to be a little treat for us, or?
What I'm going to do, I'm going to release a single in the new year.
Okay.
One, right? Because I'm on my journey of reggae. I love my reggae people, reggae music, and I'm collaborating with some really great artists.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put one out in the new year, lead that, and have that project ready for the end of the year. But I'm working on an album right now. So I've done all the projects that I need to do. I'm writing an album for my reggae community.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna throw a twist in this reggae album.
Ooh.
Right? So if you know me, you know that I will play with sounds.
Right.
If you come to the LA Grey experience and watch me perform those particular songs that you're hearing on the EP that's out now, when you listen to live me performing, you notice that the music changes. So just to give you an insight, Trees, you heard me singing Trees now. I even done an acapella on the radio.
You did indeed.
Right? When you come to the LA Grey experience, that song turns into salsa.
Okay. You know what I was thinking? Drum and bass.
That song can go into drum and bass.
I was thinking drum and bass. I was thinking them vocals on some drum and bass would go off hard.
It will work. And this is what I'm saying to you.
Remixes.
My musicians, the guys that play the music with me, they're so talented.
Wow.
I kid you not. I can sing a reggae song and I can say to them, give me a drum and bass, and they'll switch it in drum and bass. Give me an R&B, and they'll switch it into R&B, and I can still sing without feeling like they've, you know that saying, you threw me off.
Yeah.
They just know how to do things. We work so well together. We understand each other.
It's good.
You know? So
teamwork.
You need to come to the LA Grey experience. You need to see, I swear to you guys, what you hear on the record is what you get on the record. But I'm this artist that if you have the record, when you come to my show, you're getting the same songs, but you're getting it sounding different.
Okay.
The music's going to move different, it's going to flow different, and it's going to interact with you totally different. Ask Shannon.
We're gonna ask Shannon. But we're gonna go to a quick break, and then I'm gonna play one of your tracks straight away after the break.
Brilliant.
And this one is Amazing. Just tell us a little bit about Amazing.
Amazing is so straightforward. Amazing is just like I fell in love with the right person.
We'll keep it short and sweet. We're gonna go to we're gonna go to a quick break, and then we're gonna play Amazing. Stay locked in, guys. Here we go. Tell us. Okay, so you've released the EP. What's going on next for you? What's happening? Where you been? Where you at? Where you going?
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
where can people find you?
Tuned in right now. It's the LA Grey experience. It's coming to every single town possible. I'm going to get it to Manchester, Birmingham, London, Leicester, Milton Keynes. I'm even going to Wales. I'm going to take it all around the world. But if you guys want to stay tuned in and want to keep up with me, and so you don't have to ask the person or the next person or the next person or wait for someone to send you something. Yeah. Just log into LA Grey as LA Grey Official. Okay, that's on all platforms. So that's on my Instagram, that's my Facebook, that's my my TikTok, even my, I don't even think people even use Twitter anymore. I don't know, they still use Twitter.
Some people do use Twitter, yeah.
I feel I got rid of that, but I'm on that new one. I think it's Telegram or something like that.
Yeah.
So basically, it's all LA Grey Official on every single platform. If you log in, and I've got a website coming up, so I'm gonna want you guys to join onto the website. So it's still gonna be LA Grey Official. And on there, it's going to have all my shows, everything else on there, things that you missed out. So you can get a good update on what I'm doing. And, you know what I mean? It's a place where you can come and find me.
So did you hear that, guys? I know you're all on socials. I know you're all on Instagram. So make sure you go onto your Insta and you type in LA Grey Official and check out his music, man. And if you haven't checked out his music, you are missing out. He is doing the LA Grey experience and he's going to your town. So stay locked in, go on there, go onto his link on his bio and find his music on there. Go onto your Spotify and check out the tracks. All the tracks that have been played today are on the link. And I know you're all listening through the link online, so you can see exactly the name of the tracks on there and go on and find his music. Because I'm telling you, he's doing big things.
Thank you,
big things, all the way from London to Birmingham, to New Star radio station, to bless us with his amazing vocals live. Mwah. Couldn't even get any better. I'm telling you. So you are out and about. You're going to be promoting the EP album, and you're going as far as you can go with that.
I'm taking it across the country. We're going to find venues very close to you guys. Like I said, it's called the LA Grey Experience. You shall experience something that you've never experienced before. I promise. On top of that, I'm also being asked to go abroad with Wayne and his team and what's not to go and do
big things going on.
So
you got fingers in a lot of pies.
The thing about it, like
don't burn your fingers.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I really am trying to do my best to stay on top of it all. I always say to people, when you type in LA Grey Official, remember Grey spelt with an A.
Okay.
Loads of time I notice people put the E in there. It's LA Grey with an A. So just bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Either way, when you type in LA Grey, even with the E or the A, sometimes you find me. So please reach out, connect, do what you can, you know what I mean, to support what I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to get to every community as possible. And I want to give back more. I want to make sure that I'm a role model for you, as many of the young people or older people, just across the board, you know. And I'm going to be repping the UK, you know what I mean? Like, it's been a long time since we've had someone in the UK that we can hold as our own, you know, for a very long time. So I'm going to be that guy, you know. And if you are,
I must say, you're already the role model. from the very first bit of this interview, best believe, you know, the insight that you gave us into your perception of life, into your experiences, into the, you know, your name was enough to know that you are 100% a genuine, down-to-earth realist, and we love that here.
Ah, thank you.
We love it.
No
and
gimmicks
to
here.
top it off, you're actually a really good artist. It helps, doesn't it?
That's even nicer. Oh, thank you.
Okay, so at the beginning of the show, we did ask 3 questions.
Yes,
no, 3 questions?
3 questions.
3 questions. So it was 2 truths and 1 lie. So you said to us, let's rewind. You said you love fried chicken and you can eat a lot of it.
Of course.
You said you get a lot of parking tickets and you put them in other people's names.
Make them up.
Oh, and you also said, oh, hang on. was the last one?
6 foot.
Oh, that was it. There we go. You think that you are 6'4".
I like to believe
6'2",
that.
6'4".
6'2".
6'2", 6'4". Okay, so one of them is a lie. I'm gonna pick.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna choose. See, I was gonna go with the parking tickets, but I think that might be a bit too naughty. You know, and you really shouldn't be saying it on live air.
Yeah.
So we won't go with that one. I believe you can eat a lot of fried chicken. I'm not gonna lie. So. Oh, but you gave a bit of information about your family, about them all being tall, and I'm not sure, I don't know. I'm going to go with 3. I'm going to go with 3 that you do not think you are 6'2". You think you are 6 foot.
Yeah, that's the one.
Is it the line?
Go on, Natty.
I'm a winner. Chicken dinner. I am. Wow.
Yeah. You know what, right? Imagine this, right? Standing with your cousins and peers and everyone's towering over you. And my dad was 6 foot odd. So my dad was a tall man. He wasn't short. So it's like, what's going on? It's like, all my peers are massive. What's going on? The kids are going past me. What's going on? What's happening? You know? So I think my mother's put all her love and joy into a nice compact person. So, you know what I mean? So I got the benefits.
Did you say, hang on, let's rewind. A nice compact person, right, yeah.
Yeah, I got to find the words, you know, we're on live radio. So I got to pick him, they say.
Okay, so that one was officially the lie.
Yeah.
Wow, and I got it right. You know how I got it right? You're not a very good liar. Which is a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing.
I can't lie through my teeth.
No, you can't, because you were kind of like, when you were saying, you kind of went waffly a little bit. You was like, because all of my family.
It's emotional.
I think it was nerves. He was like, I'm lying.
When I get asked, when you got to fill in the documents about how tall you are, like I always put 5'11", 5'6", sometimes good to see.
So come on, LA. How tall are you? Break it to us, come on.
I'm actually 5'10" and a half.
And a half?
Don't leave out the half.
Okay, own it.
That half is important.
Own it, okay.
That's the part that matters.
Right. Every little bit helps.
So yeah, 5'11" and a half.
Amazing. Okay,
Thank you,
LA, great. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you
great
here.
Having,
As I said already, pleasure to get to know you, get to know a bit about your background.
Thank you.
Lovely hearing your vocals live. Lovely researching your music and just listening to good music.
It's vibing, man.
Absolute pleasure to have you on New Star Radio Station. You've blessed us with a jingle, and I would like one more.
Of course, no problem.
And I will be playing your music now and forevermore.
Yay.
Best believe.
Lovely.
I'd love to get you back in again. Anytime you release some music, come in. Let's have a good catch up and a chat. We'll play some more good music live.
Yeah.
Any shout outs that you want to do to anybody?
I think I've shouted at everyone throughout the interview. But just to let everyone know, I like to say thank you to my mum, my beautiful wife. I like to say thank you to my daughter, my sons. I would like to say thank you to my mother, my mother-in-law, everyone that's always been there for me. I love you guys all with all my heart. You guys have made me feel such an amazing, made me feel even a couple more inches taller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I can't stop thanking Diane, BBMC. I can't stop thanking Cass, even though she loves to cuss me when she's ready. You know what I mean? Like, I got so much people to thank, you know what I mean? Unstoppable Fire, I big you up, my brother, because you've always been there supporting me as well. But I just want to say, I genuinely want to say thank you to everyone that's supported LA Grey, that's bought the EP, that's told a friend, supported me in any way possible, even when I don't even know, because I hear it through the grapevine and it just makes me feel 10 times bigger than what I was yesterday. So please keep running the tracks, keep playing the tracks, keep running it up, and I will continue, and I promise you, continue bringing you a collective of music. So you might get a little R&B, some reggae, but I promise you, I'm going to keep it interesting always.
Love that.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely love that. We are going to end on one of your tracks. We are, because
cool.
you know, there's too much good music, man. Would you like to choose the final track?
Because I'm leaving.
Okay.
And it's well, I know you guys are carrying on, and so I feel like if I leave on this song, if you decide to play another LA Grey, it will hype it back up.
I will play another one after.
So I reckon you should go for Her Love.
Yes.
Her Love is it's very similar to Amazing, but a different take on that whole love and that whole metaphor and everything else. And then I think you should finish off on Haze.
Okay, we'll do that. So we've got Her Love coming up next, LA Grey. As I said, absolute pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear more music from you and follow your journey. And as I said, guys, I know you're all on social media. I know you all got Instagram. Everybody's got Instagram nowadays. Make sure you're typing in LA Grey Official and you're going on there, you're checking out his music, you're following his story and finding out what's going on with him, because he's got some big bits going on, man. He's got some good music. You know?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So this one is Her Love.